In this video, I'm going to show some examples of word problems that involve dividing decimal dividends by decimal divisors. Question 1 says a golden retriever weighed 4/10 kilograms at birth. The dog now weighs 26 6/10 kilograms. How many times as heavy as its birth weight is the dog now? So we're going to end up taking our current weight, 26 6/10, and we're going to divide it by 4/10. And that will tell us how many times we multiplied 4/10 in order to get the new weight, 26 6/10. So our problem becomes 26.6 divided by 0.4. We need to multiply both the divisor and the dividend by 1 power of 10 in order to shift the digits so that we have a whole number divisor. So we now have 266 divided by 4. 4 goes into 26 6 times. And in this case, I'm going to go to at least the tenths place. So if I bring down the 0, and I need to make sure that I bring my decimal straight up to separate the whole numbers from the decimals. 4 goes into 25 times. So it looks like the dog now weighs 66.5 times what it weighed at birth, which is answer choice A. Question 2 says the plastic used in making one compact disc, a CD, weighs 56 hundredths of an ounce. What's the greatest number of CDs that can be made from 1,135 6/10 ounce supply of this plastic? We need to take all of our plastic and divide it into chunks that are 0.56 ounces in weight. Because we have a decimal divisor, we need to multiply by a power of 10 to shift the digits. In this case, it looks like it's 2 place values. So multiply it by 100, do the same thing to the dividend. In this case, I'm going to have to even place a 0 and an empty place value. So I have 113,560 divided by 56 now. I can go ahead and set up my regular long division problem and divide. 56 will go into 113 twice, but it doesn't go into 15 at all. It goes into 156, so it looks like again twice. And then into 440. Oh, maybe 7 times. Let's try that. Let's try 8 times as well and see what that will be. That's 448, which is going to be too much. So it's going to be 7 times. And the question asks, what's the greatest number of CDs that I can make? If I go ahead and put a decimal here and bring it up and keep dividing, I'm going to have parts of a CD that I'm making, which is not going to be useful to me. So the greatest number of full CDs that I can make with this amount of plastic is 2027. Question 3 says a book is downloaded from the internet and printed. The resulting sheets of paper are stacked to a height of 1 8/10 inches. If each sheet of paper is 9/1000 inches thick, how many sheets of paper are in the stack? We're going to take our full stack and divide it by groups of 9/1000 and find out how many of those 9/1000 I can make from that 1.8 inches. I have a decimal divisor, so I need to multiply by a power of 10. In this case, it's going to be 3 tens, which is 1,000. I'll have to do the same thing to the dividend, 1, 2, 3, so I will need to put in 2 zeros, but I'm going to multiply it by 1,000. So that becomes 1,800 divided by 9. And this is a problem I don't even need to set up the long division. 18 divided by 9 is 2, and then I have 2 zeros. So my answer is 200 sheets of paper are in this stack. Question 4 is the same type of problem, just with different numbers. So I have a 1.2 inch stack this time, and this time I'm using thinner paper that's only 3/1000 of an inch thick. Again, going to need to multiply by 1,000 in order to shift the digits. I'll do the same thing over here. When I multiply this one by 1,000, I'm going to get 1, 2, 0. So this becomes 1,200 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then 2 tens divided by 1 is 100. So my answer is 400 sheets of paper are in the stack.